John Rogers, professor of economics at American International College, is a good friend, and he's been a guest several times here on Connecting Point, talking about the stock market, government fiscal policy, politics, and more. Well, this time, something completely different, as he tells us about his unexpected meeting with a world leader in waiting during a visit to Great Britain on his summer vacation.
Well, we arrived at the party about 1 in the afternoon on a very nice Sunday. It had been raining all morning, as it usually does in England, but it cleared up just about the time we got there. And our hostess said, well, we have a nice surprise for you. Our guest is Theresa May. And Jeremy Thorpe, who's our local member of parliament, who's also the Minister of Health, is bringing her along because she's campaigning for the position of Prime Minister. David Cameron had just resigned 10 days earlier following the Brexit vote, and the way the Conservative Party works is there are about 150,000 registered members. So in the absence of a general election, those members choose the next prime minister, and there were several candidates, a couple of whom had dropped out, but she was still competing with one other candidate. The next day, that candidate dropped out. On the Monday. On Tuesday, Theresa May went to see the Queen and presented herself as the next prime minister. So this was a gathering of the local Conservative Party.
What was the mood like? I mean, there had to be a sense of what could possibly be coming. I don't know that anyone expected necessarily her top opponent to drop out the next day, but there was a sense we could very well be standing here with the next prime minister.
Absolutely, and she was already the front runner because the Boris Johnson, who'd kind of led the whole Brexit movement, and in fact Theresa May was opposed to Brexit. She was in the Remain camp, but she stepped up and said, you know, I'd like to lead the country through this thing. And she presented herself very well. She's very well respected. She'd been the Interior Minister, Home Secretary, they call it, for several years and was pretty close to Cameron. So she was well respected, and she just seemed like the person of the moment.
Now, at an event like this, and I have not been to an event like this myself, but of British ancestry, and I know garden party in England is a pretty big deal social event. Folks show off their house a little bit, maybe their garden, and there's serious networking and discussion, and it's not just easy, laid-back social. I mean, this was some serious talk going on.
Well, as you know, the British are very polite and they're understated, but this fellow, our host and hostess, Lady and Sir Peter Anson, he's a retired admiral, and he's also a champion rose grower. So in the garden, he had these rose bushes that he was very proud of and bragged about how many prizes he'd won. So it was that kind of a situation.
You got to meet Theresa May to chat a little bit. What's she like? What did you talk about?
Well, she's a very approachable woman. They compare her sometimes to Margaret Thatcher, but I don't think it's a very good comparison. She's pretty low-keyed. She's frankly not particularly charismatic, but she comes across as a person who is very steady, very solid, really knows what she wants to do. And in her discussions, because she was with us for a couple of hours, she circulated around, but she gave a couple of little speeches, and then she came and talked individually with us. She really is committed to this whole thing, and I was surprised, frankly. I consider it more or less of a disaster, the whole Brexit vote, but she put a game face on it, and she said, no, we're going to work through this. This is what the people want, and we're going to arrange through the negotiations for our country to regain its sovereignty. She used those words, that we're going to make it a sovereign nation again and not have to be beholden to any of the European courts or the European bureaucrats. So she's embraced the cause, and I was surprised by that, but she has, and she's going to lead it. And she announced yesterday, actually, that to give some clarity to the whole thing, that in March they're going to invoke Article 50, which is the technical thing that you have to do to begin the process of negotiation, and then you have 2 years to negotiate your exit from the European Union.
You are a student of world economics. What's your sense of what the impact may well be for Britain and the European Union and the borderless, open trade zone that union has been or tried to be.
Well, I think it does raise a number, Jim, of pretty serious consequences potentially for the United Kingdom. First of all, you have the problem of Scotland, where there's a strong independence movement that could resurface. You have the problem of Northern Ireland, which was sort of solved by membership in the EU because that opened up the borders, but that could start to fester again. I think you have a really serious problem. For example, the other day, Carlos Ghosn, who's the CEO of Nissan, the big Japanese automaker, said they were reconsidering their plans to expand investment in the UK. Toyota has big investments. The Japanese economics ministry came out with a white paper about a month ago saying that the Japanese companies are really reevaluating their whole strategy, which was to use England as a base for entry into the EU market. So they like to be in England. The labor laws are a little looser. People speak English. They can do business there. They can set up manufacturing plants there. But they have access to the European market. That's all kind of up for grabs. So I think for the UK, I don't think it's a disaster. I think they'll figure it out. But I think there's a lot of also just difficult negotiation, tedious negotiation that's going to have to take place. You have a product. Now you can just ship it into all 27 countries in the EU. Well, the permit that you have no longer is valid. You got to rewrite all your contracts. Maybe there isn't much substance, but there's a shortage of lawyers now in the UK because they need so many lawyers to work on all these contracts and documents.
I realize your British friends were very much in their own political situation when you were there in July, but I got to wonder, was anybody curious to say to an American, what's happening with your election?
Absolutely. Mrs. May herself said, well, you're having a very interesting election yourselves. And I think they sensed maybe a little bit of we're in the same boat here. We've got a political movement. We got a tiger by the tail, these disaffected people who just want a change. And they see it in the Brexit. We see it in our own political situation. So there was sort of a feeling of kindred spirits, I would say.
Dr. John Rogers, always a pleasure to have you in, sir. Thanks for coming and sharing this story.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.